Hey, it has been a while, but I am back and I am really happy to be back. So I'm just going to get into it. Today, I'm going to talk about how Black women can increase their joy by decluttering. There is a WebMD article that talks about how clutter it sort of gets in the way of life satisfaction. Put another way, it serves barriers to us living our best life. Now, I'm not going to get into all the specifics about the article, but I will link the article in the description box below, like I always do. But it's a very fascinating article, and when you read it, you think about it, and some things resonate with you, and some of them you kind of go, But overall, the article makes a lot of sense. So, why do some of us hold on to stuff, to things, which creates clutter? Why? Why? Well, I am one of those people, I get attached to things. And, there are some studies out there that suggest that there is a link between clutter and trauma, specifically PTSD or post traumatic stress disorder. I didn't put any information in the description about it, but you can Google it, and there is a plethora of scholarly articles on it, research studies, online articles. Just there's a lot of information surrounding the topic. It's a real thing, and I mentioned to you all in my very first video, which I'll link in this video, about me dealing with leaving a hostile work environment. So I I had to overcome some PTSD. Now I've had some of this clutter for a long time, but I've been going through that situation for a long time. So I don't know, if it's related, but I there's that. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I have things, and my stuff is usually clothes or shoes or something I haven't even worn, or other little things. Just clutter, just clutter. But I've gotten that stuff all out, most of it anyway. So it's all good. That's part of what I've been doing all last week. So anyway, some of you may be wondering, who is this? Hey, sis, my name is Colette, and I created this channel as a safe space with you in mind. I help Black women to embrace new seasons of their lives with purpose and joy by pursuing resilience, practicing self leadership, and pivoting towards entrepreneurship. And we'll talk about what those things mean a little later on as the channel progresses. If anything I've said resonates with you, welcome to the community. We'd love to have you. So at this time, I encourage you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil or pen to write with, or your tablet, or whatever you do to take notes, because we're going to talk about some stuff. Get comfortable. Let's talk. So, in preparation of this video, I viewed a video on the Cleveland Clinic's YouTube channel, and it's titled Decluttering Your Life: How Cleaning and Mental Health Are Connected. And you'll see me looking down because I'm looking at my notes. But you can substitute the word cleaning for decluttering. The two go hand in hand, I believe, anyway. And I won't, again, get into the specifics of the video, but I will put a link to the video in the description box below. But in the video, a psychiatrist was being interviewed, and she discussed the impact that cleaning and decluttering has on one's mental health. It was fascinating. And she talked about the benefits and some of the negative impact that, you know, clutter can have on a person's mental health. And as I mentioned earlier, I'll put the link to that video in the description box below. It's about 27 minutes. It's a very, very good video. I also read several articles. I think it was 2 articles by Psychology Today to prepare for today's video. And they are, they're good articles. And again, I'm not going to go into all the details of those articles, but I will put the links to those below in the description box. Now, based on those articles, I came up with 6 benefits of decluttering. And what I did is I just read the articles and I kind of just, made my list. Stick around to the end of the video and I will give you a bonus tip. So number one benefit of decluttering is higher self-esteem and self-confidence. And this is because once you declutter, one of the articles indicated that you just have this sense of accomplishment. So you just feel some kind of way. And I can attest to that. Having just that, this room had become another storage room, so couldn't even walk in here. But anyway, we had the carpet cleaner come, and once I was able to come back in here, I was able to put some of my stuff up. So I'll be fixing it back up, and I'll probably be doing most of my videos from my home office. But anyway, the higher self-esteem, it's a higher self-confidence thing. I feel more confident, and I know it might be a little thing to some people, but hey, I got it done. I can do my little check for that part, decluttering. So that's number one. Number two, decluttering can improve or enhance your decision-making skills. So you may say, well, what does that have to do with decision-making skills? It has a lot to do with decision-making skills, because when you are organized and you don't have stuff all in your way, you're able to focus on whatever it is you need to focus on. I know for me, I was always having to find stuff because I was filming downstairs in my kitchen area and not in my office. I was always looking for a pen. So I would have to stop doing what I was doing to look for a pen or to get a pen, or I needed a paper clip, or I needed whatever. And everything was up here in my office. Now that this room is decluttered, I can come in my office and everything's right here on my desk, wherever it's supposed to be. I can grab what I need. So I'm able to actually focus on whatever task I have at hand. Right now, it's recording this YouTube video, and so it took me less time. Why? Because everything was sitting right here. My lights here, my papers here, my pencils are here, my binders are here. Everything I need is in one place. So, number two, it improves decision-making skills. Why? Because you can focus better. I can make a decision if I want to concentrate on this subject or that topic and not have to worry about, okay, I need to find A, B, C, and D. The third benefit of decluttering is better relationships. And this is something that, I agree with it as well. And so how can you have better relationships? One of the things that decluttering allows you to do, at least for me, is you can invite people over. Now, I am naturally an introvert. I don't necessarily like being around a lot of people, but I don't mind having people over once in a while, And when you declutter and your house is clean and it's decluttered from junk, and my junk was new junk, so I didn't have old junk. I had new junk, stuff that I just, Amazon boxes of stuff I ordered and never opened. Some of it I didn't even know what it was. Some of it is stuff I ordered twice because I didn't know I had it, but that kind of stuff. And it piles up, right? You have stuff everywhere. But anyway, getting back to better relationships, you feel more comfortable inviting people over. Like right now, I can invite somebody over and I don't have to worry about, I got to worry about cleaning up this or straightening up that or moving this around or moving that around. And there's this old saying, if you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. You know what I mean? So my goal is, because I've decluttered, is to stay ready. You know what I mean? So, and I have time to do that now. Okay, so that's number 3. Okay, number 4, and this is a two-parter: improved health. So one of the examples is people who have asthma or allergies. When you have clutter, especially boxes and different things, you have stuff all over the place, and some of those boxes, it collects dust. So somebody with allergies or asthma, this could be harmful for them. You know, it could agitate their allergies. It could agitate their asthma. So that's one health benefit. The other health benefit is better sleep. My room, I had so much stuff in there. It was just crazy. I had 2 suitcases where I had traveled, and I had not put the stuff back up. I had taken the dirty things out and washed them, but I'm an overpacker. So all the stuff I overpacked was still in the suitcases. I had 2 sitting out in the room, just on the floor. So I had to walk around that stuff. That's a safety issue. I could have fallen. Um, Also, I had stuff just everywhere. Stuff I had purchased that I hadn't even opened, So decluttering made it really, really more safe for me, Not to mention, it just makes you feel different. 5, decluttering, it decreases your stress and anxiety because you don't have to worry about it. You know, you don't have to worry about another thing to mark off your list. For me, I'm a list maker. Now, do I get the stuff done all the time? No, no. And I don't beat myself up over not getting things done every day. And you shouldn't beat yourself up either. But for me, the clutter was a problem because it was on my list. It was on my vision board for 2 years. And so I would just put it on the next year. And then I had it on my to-do list. And it made me, it kind of stressed me out a little bit, you know what I mean? 6, peace of mind and calmness. Woo. I feel 100% calm, and I just enjoy being in my house. And I always have, but it's just different because it's lighter, and I don't have to worry about walking around boxes and stuff I've ordered, stuff I haven't put back, looking for things and then not put things back. It's different, and I do feel a sense of ease. Why? Because I can just pull something out and I know where it is. Everything is in its place, and so it's really, really a great feeling to have done that. So you may say, Colette, listen, I'm busy and I'm overwhelmed. How do I get started? Now, I totally get that. I was completely overwhelmed. Didn't know where to start. I'm one of these people that I try to, everything has to be perfect, and I look at the big picture and try to think of, things in a big way. So I would, and then that would stress me out. You know what I mean? Then it would make me anxious, and then I wouldn't do anything, right? So one of the things that I would encourage you to do is just to start small. Start really small. I started with the countertop in my bathroom, just the countertop. I had stuff everywhere, jewelry, combs, uh, again, boxes of new stuff. I had stuff everywhere, even stuff there's 2 sinks, right? Double sink, his and her sinks. And, I had stuff in one of the sinks, can't use it, right? Um, just stuff, new stuff. Most of it's new stuff. Most of it I was able to give away because it's all new. Just stuff. And so I started with just the counter. Okay. Then I think I went to a drawer. I think there's about 3 drawers in there, and there's a lot of space in there. 2 sets of cabinets. So I started with the top drawer. Then I went to the second drawer, and then the last drawer. And then, this cabinet and that cabinet. I just started small. And I don't think I did it all in one day. And I did what I did on the one day, and then the next day I came back and did some more, and the next day, it took me a minute, but I got it done, and I felt better. And the thing about the small thing is, starting small, is it built up my little confidence a little bit. It's like, oh, I don't have to do it all in one day, but I do need to get it done. And the momentum, you get that momentum, and it does something for you. The other thing you can do is to get started is maybe, one of the articles I read says to maybe get an image, a picture of a house that's decluttered and clean the way you want it to look, and it doesn't have to be your house, but it could be a house. I had a house. I think I had a house on my vision board, and it wasn't a whole house. It was like a room. I think I had different pictures. And go by how the image makes you feel. How does it make you feel looking at that image? Or even get an image that represents how you want to feel in a certain room. If you want to feel calm in your bathroom, I have a sunken tub, I think is what it's called. I didn't use it because I didn't feel comfortable getting out of my tub in this junky bathroom with all this stuff everywhere, shoes everywhere. I mean, it just was something. But it's not like that anymore. So just how you want to feel when you get out of there. I wanted my bathroom to feel like a sanctuary, and it does. Like a sauna, like I'm at one of those spas. I wanted a spa experience, which I should be able to have in my bathroom, right? And it feels like that now. It looks like that now. So finding a picture. The other thing you might consider is getting people to help you. For me, it was a team effort. My nieces and nephews came over. They helped. They were too cute. They were funny. They did ask me about their payment, and so that was funny. My daughters came down from college, and they got their rooms together, decluttered, and just went through some things that we didn't need to have around the house. One of the issues for me and for us is my kids, they believe in not putting things in the landfills, in the minefield. So we had a lot of clothes, clothes that were good clothes that they used to wear, and pretty new. And so we had them in bags downstairs, to give to people, to donate, and then the thing was, do we donate them or do we give them to Goodwill? What should we do? And then we had stuff that probably needed to be thrown out. But the girls didn't want to put it in line, wanted to end up in the landfills. So they took them to one of the stores that take items, fabrics, and they say they repurpose them. So everybody felt good about that. So getting a team, and figuring out where you want stuff to go. And I think from now on, this is a pivot. What I'll do from now on is when I buy something, I'll try to figure out what I'm going to do with it at the end of the life cycle. When you have millennials, one of my kids is a millennial and one is a Gen Z, I believe. They're serious about this. So, those are things I'll consider. Okay, what I'll do with things. I had printers. I had like 4 printers, and that I needed to get rid of. So TVs and things like that. So those things can't go in the landfill because it does something to the environment. So thinking about what you're going to do with those things, maybe making a list, researching what you're going to do with those things would be helpful. The other thing that you can do is join or create a declutter challenge. These are helpful because when you're in a challenge, you have somebody who is keeping you accountable, or a group or a person, and you guys can work together. You can hold each other accountable. Last year, I was a part of a digital declutter challenge that was put on by YouTuber Stephanie Perry. That was a wonderful challenge because what I did is I was able to clean out my Gmail account. I had thousands and thousands of emails. And so what she did is she had her YouTube video, and we all worked together, the people who were on the video. And I'll link that video in the description box below because you could still do it. But what we did is we worked together, and we different people were working on different things. I worked on decluttering my email, so I know that's different than decluttering your house. But again, having those thousands and thousands of emails, that was stressful for me as well. Okay, so that's how you can declutter, how you can start getting decluttering your house. The other thing I forgot to mention is you can get a coach who specializes in decluttering. I know somebody who does that. So if you're interested, you can you can say so in the comments, and then I can get back to you and let her know that you're interested. Okay, so you've made it here. And so I'm going to give you the bonus. And the bonus is how to declutter your mind and increase your joy by limiting digital distractions. So one of the articles I read talked about that, talked about how, we're so distracted digitally that our joy is being impacted because we're here and we're there. We're responding to this. You're getting a text, you're getting a DM, you're getting all of these different things. You got tweets going on. And, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I literally sometimes just turn my phone off. I do. Not all the time, not as much as I should, but I do science notifications. I do that. But what she suggested is taking 10 minutes a day to disengage and detach from your devices. Just 10 minutes, and if you can't do 10 minutes a day, do 10 minutes a day, maybe 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Just pick a time so that you can declutter your mind from these digital distractions. I mean, they're all day. There's Facebook notifications, there's, coupon notifications on your phone. I mean, just stuff. So she talked about and suggested during that 10 minutes that you are disengaged, okay, or disconnected from your social media, taking that 10 minutes to do a brain dump, just a brain dump. And for those of you who don't know what a brain dump is, you just get a piece of paper. I suggest a few pieces of paper, and you just take 10 minutes writing down everything that comes to mind, no matter what it is. Don't try to edit it out. Just write it down. Just write constantly for 10 minutes straight. Use a timer, 10 minutes straight, write everything down. Okay. And she suggests throwing it away. I personally, with brain dumps or brainstorms, I don't throw the stuff away because as a creative, I get lots of creative ideas when I do stuff like that. So I don't throw it away right away. If you're like me, you might consider going through the pages that you've written down during the 10 minutes and circling any ideas that you have and maybe transferring them to your journal or wherever you record your witty inventions or ideas. That's what I do, and I would do, because I do get a lot of ideas. Okay, so there you have it. 6 benefits of decluttering and the one bonus that I promised you. Again, I'll link all my resources below in the description box. I do have 2 questions for you. What tips would you give someone who wants to declutter? And number 2, for those of you who've already began or completed your decluttering journey, how did it make you feel? You could put that information in the comments. That would be great. Many people from the community could benefit from it. I'm sure that folks would, love to hear what you have to say. I personally would love to hear what you have to say. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, okay? Like it and share it with anyone who you think may benefit from it. This really helps the YouTube algorithm tell people that folks like what I'm saying over here, and it pushes it out into the YouTube sphere, whatever that is. If you would like to see more content like this on, African American women, Black women's empowerment, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. Remember to hit that notifications bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Remember that if you have any suggestions or if you have any comments, please put them in the comments. I read all the comments and I try to respond to all of them within a few days. I love the comments. I'm getting all kind of information from the comments. So until we do our next video, let's talk.